Good morning, children. Good afternoon. How are you today, huh? Little bastards. Bit of warm tea does the body good. There's my little controller. There we go. Oh, now I'm sane. Quake, mission pack number 1. Scourge of Armagon. What's an Armagon? After defeating Shub-Niggurath. Yeah, like, because I don't know anything about Quake, really. Like, I'm aware of it, I have some vague understanding of it, you know, and its place in FPS history. I don't know about the lore. So, I mean, the fact that Shub-Niggurath appears to have been the boss of at least one of them, kind of filling me in on what's happening here. Anxiety attacks are biological events that tether to emotional responses. It's something you got to know about, like, emotional sensations are neurochemical. So, you know, you can cause them just thinking about them. You got to treat them like a bad trip. Like, it's exogenous, you know. You just let it roll through you. Don't resist it, don't fight it. It'll just keep it going longer. Just breathe. It'll end. Always do. Ain't no one had a fucking 100-year goddamn anxiety attack. This is too many fucking things. Tag bet. I mean, we'll try that. The problem is, though, like, I worry I'm just gonna get, like, the fucking default Quake, which I don't want, you know? I mean, that looks slightly different. Alright, yeah, that's new. Look at that. Okay, cool. That's center for some reason. Okay. I just had a top. This is a normal game for normal people. Let's fix the fucking controls. Yeah, like, I get the brown thing. I mean, again, you know, of its time. Like, some stuff should be brown, but, like, I do appreciate that. I mean, see, for me, it's a little bit dark, you know? Like, I do... Where are we? Alright. See, even just 2 steps, you know, that does, like, a world of good, you know? I just want easy fucking Quake. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be here all day. Okay, throw him in the easy hole. Alright. Oh. See, I mean, there's some, you know, there's some bronze that kind of zhuzhes things up. What was that? Ah, fuck you. There was someone behind me. I think it's got like an auto center, which I don't like, but it's at least like, I can probably fix that, but I just can't be fucked right now. Who's grunting in me ear? Look, I can hear you, alright? Not fooling anybody. Did you get those nails I sent you? Huh? Do you like my nails? I do like that you can tell where people are based on the grunts. Are you still grunting? Who's grunting? Couldn't have been a dog. Alright, it's whatever that thing is. Oh, okay, it's some kind of, like... I question the wisdom of modifying a scorpion. Fuck. Okay, there's someone up there. Well, that problem resolved itself. That's good. You see, you know, sometimes you just gotta let things fucking go. You know? Seems fun enough. Dissolution of Eternity. Two new episodes, 16 new levels, one way out. Your journey has led you down a path of no return. The acrid smell of death fills the air, and you know the road ahead may lead to your grave. But Quake, with his insidious apocalyptic plans, must be crushed. Oh, is Quake a guy? Fuck, I had no idea. Is that Quake? Hello, my name is Dave Quake. I'm just going to assume that's Quake. No, Mr. Quake's my father. Quake'em. Alright. Let's just skip ahead to, like, turning the fucking brightness up a notch or two. I'll make it 3. A little bit of... Actually, where are we? Look spring. Off. Good. Okay, yeah. Look spring. This is madness, I tell you. Hello, I'm John Quake of the Utah Quakes. Alright. I'm enjoying the faintly prodigy fucking music. This is gonna be another, like, pick the difficulty thing, isn't it? I'm assuming the one on the left's easy. Look at that, I'm a genius. I know Quake. Alright. Is that Quake? I mean, I've already selected easy. What do they want from me here? Oh, okay. First episode, Hell's Fortress. I mean, look, not to shit on the Quake people, but this does just feel really similar to Doom, you know? Like, was this just 3D Doom because I couldn't get the license? I don't really know much about the development of Quake. You fucking wang? Yeah, give me that health. Whoop. Ah. Haha, sucks shit. That's why you shouldn't have brought a fucking sword to the shotgun fight, you fucking dong. What's that? Oh, I hear you. Oh, what's that? What's that? I'm doing damage to you from over here. Does your sword reach that far? I don't think it does. You're gonna throw it at me and then you have no sword? Uh-oh. I mean, if I ever wanted to play these games using a control pad, I'd really need to tweak the fucking... Who's grunting? Oh. Oh, shit. Who's chucking shit? I heard that. Ah, you dickhead. Ow! You fucking minge. Oh, fucking hell. What's that? Why am I getting attacked by a fucking labia? Well, now it's dark. Oh, it doesn't predate mouse look. I just have to fiddle around to get mouse look, you know, working. And the little lap table I've got is not conducive to fucking, you know, a comfortable mouse look setup. Like, I have to shift a few things if I wanted to play a mouse look game in here, which I do want to do because there are a few little, you know, bits and bobs hither and yon that I wouldn't mind, you know, maybe even playing for a Friday night. So is this like a mission pack? What is this? What's this one? Why would, like, isn't this just in Quake? Why wouldn't Quake just have this? Or is this just some stupid organization of the Yeah, I just, like, you know, I mean, I did it once. I got, like, if you go into, like, the fucking, it's in the, whatever the fucking thing's called, you push the tilde button to get it up the menu. You can just turn mouse look on it. It works fine. Like, I have got it working in one of the other fucking Quakes. Okay. Oh, yeah. 95. Duh. Q launch. There we go. I mean, this looks different, so something's happening. Yeah, like, it's at this stage where, like, you know, I'm not saying it's got to be fucking all... A little bit of visual variation wouldn't have hurt at this point. Counterbuttons, please. Isn't this just... I can't tell. Fuck it, who cares? What are these about? Alright. Weird looking 3. This is the 4th episode, the Elder World. Okay, so this probably is episode like 3 then. Aha! This is the first episode, isn't it? Isn't this episode 5? You know, like it was called episode 5. Why isn't there an episode 5? Where's my 5th episode? Is that like only for hard difficulty or some shit? I fell in the lava. I couldn't even get to the hard skill. Maybe if I try normal. Thump. No, it's just a faintly silly sound for, you know. That was cool. I saw like bits of this. Like you know, there's some UI. I think that's the way back. You know, debatable UI design about having to have it all set up like this, only to have like, you know, non-diegetic fucking signage come up onto the fucking screen anyway. But like, oh, not the poop. Fuck me. Get out of here. So, who's being a minge? Oh, it's doing that thing where I can just... Sometimes I don't get to turn and move forward at the same time. Not sure what the deal about that is. There's the turlet. Ow. Oh, fuck it, whatever. I didn't even get to see fucking episode 5. It just says episode 5. Did episode 5 even exist? I feel like I'm being teased. Hey, look, not Quake. Oh, fuck yeah. Corporate training software for the state. Welcome to Quandaries, a game designed by the ethics officer of the Department of Justice to help teach a standard of conduct regulations to federal employees. The game simulates a career within the department, beginning with entry-level jobs and progressing through more senior positions. Along the way, you will be asked to pretend that you hold a variety of jobs, and you'll be presented with situations that require you to exercise your judgment and your knowledge of the standard of conduct regulations. Do you A. Put your penis in her hand and tell her she looks like Yardley Smith? Kingpin. Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't mean I haven't. Just off the top of my head right now, not tickling anything. Uh-oh. Looks like we're in Quandaries. Alright. Feel free to experiment with different answers as you go through the game. No record is being kept of your responses. It's being kept. Part of the fun is to see which are the worst, as well as the best choices to make along the way. If you want to try an obviously wrong answer, you may wish to save the game. Don't have to tell me about save scumming here, Ethics Office. This is great. Computer assistant, college intern, United States Marshal. Is that one of those ones where I could just gun people down? Ah, look, let's just face facts. Cypress Hill music. I ain't looking at that. Dear Cuntmaster Jones, this is a letter of thanks from all of us here at Human Resources to let you know how much we appreciate your assistance over the past 6 months as we have installed our new computers. Your extensive knowledge and willingness to help have made simple what could have been an overwhelming task. You are sitting at your desk thinking about the call you got last week from a recruiter in the Perfect World Software Company. They are considering offering you a job in their training division to arrange an interview next week. Your thoughts are interrupted by a call from the Deputy Executive Officer, who asks you a recommendation about the best word processing package to use. I don't fucking know. Shut up. Alright, this is what I would do. I'd be like, alright. Come into my hyperfocus, said the spider to the fly. Fuck you! This is being helpful. How is it? Why? Yeah, that's why I didn't say, hey, use the fucking shit that I was doing. Fuck you. I'm gonna kick you in the dick. Where do you live? Don't give me the option if you won't let me. I'm gonna get a fucking coffee. No one wanted to talk to me. Nothing in my inbox. I'm gonna report this guy to HR. I don't know what for. But, like, there's something. You just know there's something. I just received a call from the Special Assistant to the Associate Deputy Assistant Attorney General. The office is short-staffed and he needs someone to help prepare documents for his boss's upcoming trip. When you get the original drafts of the documents, you notice that about half of them relate to an official speech the official is going to make, while the other half are for a White House aide speech on behalf of a congressman who was running for re-election. Yeah, that's correct. Fuck you! This explains why America is in the state it's in today. It all comes back to quandaries. I'm gonna keep that for shits and giggles, though. I want to see what else they're fucking gonna bullshit lie to me about. Oh, fuck. I'm being helpful. Jesus fucking wept. Someone's fucking, you know, just bring it to your fucking supervisor. Why? So he can fucking, you know, institute a cover-up? You fool. As for that, I'm giving it to the newspapers. I'm wearing a wire. Fuck you. Great gift idea. Okay. Sure. Am I using the mouse here? Whoop. Okay, let's slow down. Let's slow things down. Slow things down a little. Let's just go to explore speed. Isn't that nice? Ah, I went back to ludicrous speed. I mean, look, I like the idea of gunning down MBAs as much as any, you know, other human being. But, you know, if you're gonna do something like make a game out of it, at least make it good. Oh, hell yeah, something. You are Drake Edgewater. No, you aren't. Nobody's that. A 21st century cab driver desperate to escape from the quarantine city of Chemo. You drive a modified 52 checker hover cab armed with headlight-mounted machine guns, roof cannons, missiles, explosive flamethrowers, buzzsaws, and a bad attitude. Rid the streets by any means necessary of assault vehicles, mutant assassins, and slow-moving pedestrians. It's all in a day's work here in Chemo. Combines the best elements of first-person shooters, car racing games, and demolition derbies. Featuring filmed live-action music video introduction. And music tracks from Australian alternative bands. Oh, hell yeah. Fingers crossed on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, with intro, please. Are we ready for a musical video? I don't know how to explain this, but I 100% know that this was made in Australia just off of this. They just quarantine the country. They wouldn't make a whole quarantine city. It's so good that this goes for so long. It's Australia. That guy's eating your backseat sandwich, dude. I love that the production of this video required someone to throw a dog at a car. Haha. Hey, Louis C.K. Okay. I feel like we're going a bit quick. Alright, so up is forward. So it's not running like a car. Probably. I wish I had a better way of checking how fast I was going. You know, like. Alright, there we go. Left looks out the left window, right does nothing, down looks out the right window. So, fucking great job. Alright. Still going too quick. There's gotta be a 486 at minimum. Like, I can't be fucking playing a game like this. Alright. Let's go. If you could kill anyone along the way, that'd be really nifty. I'm a little weird. This feels a bit better. Alright, where? Okay, wait. Honestly surprised. Fuck off. Fuck off, you fucking. Yeah, you fucking. Look. I don't know. Lord, I am fucking. Look. Where's a person? I don't know what that was. Fucking with the controls. Yep. Like, why? You know, why is look left? You could just have D-pad down be object, you know, eject passenger. Which is what I'm gonna fucking do, cause that is just fucking deranged. It's something so small, but it's like, how do you fuck that up? Alright, where the fuck are we here? Let's move up, move down, move left, move right. Alright. Next target, turbo. What's the right stick doing? Alright. I'm gonna make that next target. Make that turbo. And then I'm going to make L2 down. I think that's that. And then L2 up, so now I can fucking control the thing like not a fucking maniac. There we go, look at that. Okay. I can now steer while accelerating and braking like an old... Oh. Hey, there we go. Well, I killed someone for you, champ. I hope you found that as nifty as I did. Fuck me. I'm gonna have to fiddle with controls. Like, once I've got momentum going, it's easy enough to, like, steer and drive. But for some reason, from, like, a standing start, I just can't. And I find that fucking strange. I don't know what did that. Alright, well, I just ejected that fare, because, like, you know, I wasn't gonna make it. It's weird the way you can just kind of, like, you know, get about. That looks like some kind. See, look, if I can't hold left and accelerate, like, just not happening. Who did that? Which one of you fuckers did that? The company that made this is now Rockstar Toronto. I love. Where's the curse word button? Oh, I didn't see that. Where's that? Ooh. Fuck you! F10. Right.
Up yours! Up yours! Up yours! Up yours! Up yours! Up yours!
Doesn't work for the fucking controller for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, there's something here. You know, it's not great, but it could be a lot worse. Woo! Fucking go, you mutt. Yeah. I gotta remember I do have a jump. Which feels silly, but works. Are there just fucking missiles coming out of that? Like, that doesn't seem safe. Ow! You fucking ring piece. Just for that, I'm gonna blow up a completely unrelated vehicle. I jumped that one. That was good. Oh, didn't jump that one. Oh, that one. Oh. Huh. Quaintly of its era. Quarantine 2. Even more Australian. I'm still Drake Edgewater. I think that's me crushing a pedestrian between myself and another car. Fair enough. Okay. That's gonna look messy. We're not gonna say that's gonna fucking... Does this one have a music video, though? That's the question we're all asking, you know? Let's for a second pop it back onto auto and see. Hopefully that'll... Make a selection now. Alright. Yeah, fine. What other sound cards we got here? Yo, pick a sound card. Sure thing, white, black guy. Yeah. Yeah, sure. There's Thrustmaster steering wheel fucking shit for this. Alright. It's not gonna fucking accept that. That's a tone shift. Alright. Well, the budget's gone, we know that. What's that up ahead? It wasn't an oasis, it was a rock. Good morning, fish. You know, I think you could have told the fish that it was lethal. No, stream hasn't ended. Good choice. This is such a snapshot of time in time, you know? Like this fucking comic style. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Max. Like, I'd expect to see this almost with this level of animation, but like some voices on an episode of Liquid Television. Well, I mean, you know, I like to consider myself presentable, but pretty is nice. It's nice to hear that. Okay, city boy, there's only one way to get out of here alive. Kill everyone. Okay. Ass man. Down, down. Alright. Okay, I got little front prongs. That's pretty swish. I feel like I could use some sound effects. I don't fucking... It's foolish of me to think that they were like, you know... Look. I mean, at least the performance is stable, that's good. Look at what this person did. Look down as look right. Look right as look behind. Why are you like this? The fuck is wrong with you? Alright. I need the fucking L2 and R2. Fuck, jump. Alright, well, I need that. Float over cab. I do not know what that's for. Alright, so we already have a jump. We don't need jump 2. That's fucking stupid. So that's R2. That can be move up. I don't care what float over cab is. It can eat my ass. There we go. Stop it. Stop it. Who's hurting my bum? There we go. Accelerate, reverse. Fantastic. Let's ram some cunts. I do think I'm out of ammo. I think I had very little ammo. Yeah, man. Max, Eon. Hey, who are you? Fuck you. You're a person. I'm gonna run the fucking shit out of you. There you are. I mean, it needs sound effects. Like, I need to sort that out. There's probably a way to fix that. But, like, you know. Aside from that, like, alright. I do really want to figure out the controls, too. Because getting, like, fucking... come here. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha, my prongs. Ah, I got rid of the prongs. So I can flick you off. Die, 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 die. Yeah, get pronged, motherfucker. Oh, look, alright, let's get in. Come here. You used to find, like, the funniest thing is like, whatever his name is, Dick Flagbastard or whatever, the main character, reminds me of my second cousin. Like, you know, on my dad's side. Like, there was a kind of, you know, a sort of greasy Australian slacker prototype that just kind of doesn't really exist anymore. Because they used to hang out in pubs a lot, you know? And I don't mean like, you know, like fucking solid, like alcoholic, like, you know, heavy drinking all day. Like, it'd be the kind of thing where they'd have lights, they'd mix it with water and shit like that. So they weren't getting fucked up, but it was just, you know, it was kind of like the only thing to do, basically. You know, there was no internet, your TV would be boring during the day if they even owned a TV, you know, shit like that. Like, you know, you could get like decent food fairly cheap at most pubs, which is, you know, still survive on that shit today. But they also just they weren't like completely polluted with pokies yet, you know. So there'd be stuff, there'd be like things, there'd be music, you know. You could play or you could listen, you know. It was a little bit more of a community element, and then there were always these kind of like weird skinny dudes, you know. Because I haven't seen one in ages. So for me, they were always adults, but now I, you know, think back to it, they're probably like 25 or some shit, you know. Well, I'm an ass man. I've always wanted to pay somebody with a really good speaking voice to just do a spoken word version of that song. It would amuse me greatly. Yeah, it was a manual. Quarky and Quasu's Turbo Science. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't feel like it was, you know, I don't feel like it was like an unnatural extinction exactly, you know? Like, I do feel like there were a time and a place. It was just kind of, they were between that era where you went to, like, fucking, you know, a war at the age of, like, 17 and then came home and got, like, a job at a fucking, you know, at the job factory and then bought a house for $12 and like, you know, modernity where there were, you know, computers and TV and shit to waste your life on. And so they sort of just drifted a little bit, you know. Like you see, like I'd say it's like kind of similar to a not malevolent version of Todd from Beavis and Butthead, you know. Like they probably still exist in certain ways. But like Challenge your child's mind and his or her imagination. I don't need a program to challenge a child's mind, alright? You know. I just need some time, a dungeon, and a lack of nosy questions. You know, the trick is, and they have to figure this out, is to realize that the dungeon isn't really testing their mind. At least not in the way they think, you know? This isn't like a math quiz. This is testing how you cope.
Phew.
I don't like you, furry little testicle monster. Where's my normal Sierra sound? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Poochie was not nearly as much of a joke as you think. And if anything, probably wasn't a joke at all. It was an accurate representation of what used to happen. Yeah. This is turbo science. There's no rules. You can fucking experiment on animals. You can experiment on the kids. Yeah, drink that. Will it give me superpowers? Yes. Turbo science. Umbrella Corporation, turbo science. Hey, have you ever wanted to be a bunch of leeches controlled by music? Yeah, sucks shit. Go now to what? Okay. Here at Turbo Science, we've sped up the racism factory. What am I doing here? Fucking Lord. Why is it bagpipes? Didn't Bugs Bunny play against all these people? Look at Ouija. Look at Bojo. Look at Eum. Lixa. Odessa. Alright. This is insane. DOS liquidators. Okay. Why is there money? Alright. I just realized that cat's been kind of flattened. I'm getting kind of dead of the brain vibes. Timeout what? I don't know! Alright, next question. A winner are me? How old's that? I think that predates a WinRAR as you. '92. You know, that's actually solid fucking animation for a '92 Sierra. A lot of unfortunately misplaced effort went into that. Yeah, we had Beekman in Australia. This was a Beekman household, god damn it. I got my science taught to me by a lunatic, a rat furry, and an ex-rave girl. And I turned out okay. Quarterback attack. With Mike Ditka. Oh, hell yeah, it's the FMV one. Oh, fuck, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. This is great. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, if there was anything that was going to work as an FMV game, it would be Gridiron. Like, I feel like there are some sub-10-year-olds that'd be okay with all that stuff, but, like, I think the second a child starts developing, like, basically, if your child has any semblance of a personality, they're not gonna like that crap. You know? Like, because the second you have some sense of self, stuff that starts getting, like, catered to you in a way that isn't very good is gonna really fucking, like, set your brain off. Oh, yeah, Brainiac. That's right. A U-Direct interactive film. Why are my teammates mad at me?
Okay, Rook, today you get your shot. Nevin here's out with a busted shoulder. Welcome to the jungle, kid.
Alright. You know I'm on your team, right?
Break a leg, kid. Listen, kid, remember to read those defenses carefully. We want to rack up a lot of points today. Go get them. Hey,
Was that Terry Tate, office linebacker?
Scramble out of there, you got me?
Hey, babyface. Magazine here says you got the best passing game in town. I hope they're right.
Come on, Fetterman. The kid's got a job to do. Yeah. Remember, keep him off balance with a run. Hey. Are you ready to prove what a #1 draft pick can do?
No.
Outstanding, rookie. Okay, man.
I love this shit because it gives us, like, a look at one of my favorite things, professional athletes acting. Like, I got into this after reading about, like, what a fucking trial. Well, it's in the fucking director's commentary for the Homer at the Bat episode of The Simpsons where Homer becomes a softball player, because they had all these professional baseball players in it. And some of them could read lines. Like, Darryl Strawberry was apparently pretty good. And then there was some that just appeared to have spent all of their brain on baseball and left nothing else. And they could read, but you couldn't for some fucking earthly reason get them to read a line like they were saying it. Like, apparently Ken Griffey Jr., like, pulling teeth to get the shit that he said in that fucking show out of him. And, like, I heard about that and thought it was funny. And then, like, you know, one of those beautiful bits of serendipity, like, a few weeks later, I saw a thing about, like, the NBA, you know, 2K24 and shit like that, where they have, like, these, you know, full career modes that have, you know, like, digitized, you know, they got, like, the actual fucking basketballers in there, and they got them, like, fucking reading lines, you know? And some of it is deranged. Yeah, it was 2K23 or something, and it's just like these people just cannot. Like, you could probably, if you just snuck up, you know, on them and just recorded them with a boom mic, you could probably get the shit. But for some reason, when you try to put them in an environment where they just have to say a preconceived sentence, just fucks them up.
We fought for our place at the table. Now, time to...
Is this how this shit works? Like, is throwing the stool a thing? Again, I'm on your team. I feel like you're just aggressive toward me. I feel like that's misplaced aggression, you know? Right, so those aren't people in the stands, but good on them for making use of computer graphics. This is the kind of video game, sports game you'd play in that movie Existence. What's a varsity? College, semi-pro, pro, junior. Alright, I feel like junior is like, that's easy. Like, that's for me. Like 60 actual minutes? That didn't help. That didn't help at all. Alright, what are the controls here? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, they are gonna make me use the fucking weird keyboard fucking shit. Fuck. Fucking whatever. You're getting what you get, you fucking cunts.
Hey, you just concentrate on moving the ball. Let Betterman here worry about the defense.
Okay. It's a passing game, isn't it? This is all about passing and shit. I mean, look, I don't understand. Backdoor. Alright, how do I pass it to yellow? Because it looks like he's going to run just solid. Like, I like that. Alright, let's... Oh, fuck, I don't have the controls, do I? Shit. Oh, well. We're just gonna... You know what? We're just going to fucking wing it. I don't understand, and it's your fault for putting me in this position. Okay? I mean, I could probably be one of the fucking wall dudes, but I'm not, like, the size of the moon. Okay, Space did something. Oh, hell yeah. I'm controlling this. Fucking... I don't... Fucking... What has happened? Oh, no! I don't know how to throw the ball. Four. Fucking, how do I fucking... Ah, miss me, bitch. Ah, shit. Now I'm the bitch. Throw the fucking... Alright, fine. Run. You know what? Run. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this like it's rugby fucking league. Adventure! Okay. Oh wait, there's options. Okay. KFL view right receiver. I don't know. Okay, view them. Dodge defenders. Positioning passing targets. I'm fucking pushing space. Do I have to view them before I fucking like throw or some shit? Alright, space nibble, space scramble or throw pass. Okay, like I wanna, you know, alright, we'll try L to view right receiver and then space to throw the fucking ball. That's the goal now. Okay. Alright. L. I want L because I'm looking at the fucking right receiver. Okay, so. Alright, let's like fucking throw the ball. You fucking minge! That wasn't my fault. I did everything right. Fuck you. Eat shit. Now you're gonna get, like, fucking crucified. Ah, now look what's happening. I don't understand that. You know what the funny thing is? Is, like, that's actually more of a game than I was really even expecting it to be. You know? Like, there actually is something there. It's goofy as shit, but if anything, that plays into its favor. You know? So I can select a thing, I can make the... I mean, I don't know what the variable is that makes my guy catch the fucking ball, though. Like, there's variables. I know there's shit a foot, but I just don't know what it is. Like, maybe maybe it's in the strategy section where I gotta pick what they're doing. Quarter pole. When you only strip on weekends. Yeah, finding out that, like, Americans take, like, the school sports really, really seriously was just so nuts. Like, so I always figured that was just a TV thing, you know? Because it's not like that here. You would be a fucking lunatic if you treated university sports that seriously. The bulldozer. That was a good episode. I liked the bulldozer. And I like that. That's another one of those like slightly better, you know, Hank and his principles episodes. What? What? Let's just load that. Like, I get being into, like, the fucking, you know, the major leagues or whatever, like, the primary fucking expression of the sport. But, like, I don't fucking, like... Okay, that's just dirt. Is this a point-and-click adventure game for fucking horse gambling? Let me whip the jockeys! This is fucking insane. Like, the story is literally, I should be paying for my daughter's medicine, but I'm at the fucking track instead. How do I leave? Okay. Nice truck. I don't want to fucking... No, I don't... Race 6. Pleasure lover. Pleasure lover. I mean, I think in a lot of ways, this is just awful. It's an awful thing for awful people. Like, where's the part where you validate having a fucking gameplay element be not paying for your child's medicine, you know? Lucky yesterday. I see, because it's a point and click, I'll kind of keep that, because I'm sort of curious. That's one that we can, like, that's one we can go back to and have a more deeper look at some point. When you have to jack off to porn and you only have Microsoft Paint wallpapers. Pleasure lover. Yeah, like, it's tragic because, you know, they're talking about doing, I don't know how far through they are or if it's even going forward like that new series of King of the Hill. I mean, it's a real shame because if it had been a little bit later, you know, like, it would have really benefited from the modern, you know, more attentive approach to things like continuity. Because they did do stuff occasionally. You know, like having some, you know, changes to the universe, like, you know, Bobby and, you know, fucking Joseph getting older was good. It was, you know, that's one of those little things in an animated series that can really help the fucking thing go on, because you get the access to different stories involving the kids. And then they just sort of stopped. Like, I don't think, you know, I don't think Mike Judge was working on it for very long at all. And, you know, after that, it was just like journeyman writers who were coming to write for the show. None of them were going to, like, hey, let's make a fundamental change to the sort of core of it. And the problem is like, it had that heart to it that it needed. It needed those changes to happen. It needed things to occur. You know, like the episode where Cotton finally dies is a real good example of just like this needed effort. You know, this needed a lot more. It needed to be a two-parter. You know, because they just don't even. I don't think they even acknowledge that fucking. You know, Dee Dee leaves with a good Hank in the final episode. Like, I don't even think she's there for that. You know, they just kind of forget about that. And it's like, there's a whole other, like, you know, kid there. I mean, like, Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty being dead's a bummer. Because that's a significant issue. But also, I think, even within the plot of the universe, you could do something where, you know, Luann and fucking Lucky died. And now Hank and Peggy have to look after, like, the baby, you know? And good Hank could be living there too, but, like, around Bobby's age and shit like that. Like, it'd be a fun way to sort of re-burden them in their older years with effectively, you know, the same situation they had back when the series was going. I mean, lack of Dale, though. Like, you can't do it. You know, you just can't. Yeah. Dale Gribble is one of those all-timer fucking sitcom characters. Alright, guess we'll be playing this. There's that Quasar. The best thing about the pocket sand is it's never brought up before or after, and that's important. It's not like you know, it isn't like something that he's been talking to Hank about, like developing or anything like that. And it goes to one of the things that the show has is just exceptionally well-defined characters and flawless character voice for those characters. Like, you know, almost if you ignore some of the fucking, you know, continuity errors. And that lives its life in what you can have Dale do without anybody ever thinking to question it. Because of course he has pocket sand. The thing about King of the Hill is it's such a perfect window into these people in so many ways. Like, Hank is exactly, you know, decades before anybody would have thought it to be a thing. Weird, you know, like, otherwise somewhat normal conservative Christians following Trump. Because he is this really nice, principled guy. He has a genuinely good heart. But, like, just doesn't see, like, Buck Strickland for who he is. Like, Buck Strickland is his Trump. And, you know, you've got all the QAnon stuff with Peggy. Like, she's a perfect character. Just absolutely, you could see her just becoming, like, a Q influencer. And Dale being the conspiracy nut. You know, all of that is so perfectly prescient. But they also kind of show you that, like, both kind of sides of this. You know, like how it's Hank's loyalty to a fault that sticks him to Buck. You know, it's the fact that Peggy's development was stifled and she wasn't, because she is smart. She's just in a situation where she needs to look smart. And that keeps her, you know, in a position where she's just making lots of dumb mistakes because she won't improve. And Dale's a nice guy. You know? My explanation for Dale, because it was always too cruel to me for fucking, you know, as it went, you can't have him not know that Joseph isn't his. But the easy way around this, and something that is also beautifully in character for him, would just be to have it so he was sterile. He found out he was sterile after he married Nancy. And it's from all the fucking pesticides and chemicals he uses. Just sterile as fuck. And so he specifically researched John Redcorn, assuming they would have an affair, and he would have both a strong child to carry on his name and access to Native American gaming laws. Like, he sees through Buck a little. He doesn't, like, you know... There's no real fucking... speaking of King of the Hill, I think this is just Boggle. Like, and again, it's Hank is a loyal guy. Like, you know, that's one of his qualities. But, you know, and the great thing about all of their faults is the show never really fucking screams it, but you can see it, you know. The reason he keeps supporting Buck, even though he's an absolute horrible human being who runs against every single thing that Hank stands for, is because it's a mutation of one of Hank's better fucking qualities, which is his loyalty. You know, he is very loyal. Ah, god damn it, that was Quatus. Whatever. Quato. Quatrus. My name is Quato. I love to get blotto. Okay. What is it? It's Friday, isn't it? Ah, good. Alright, well, the Quatrus can be a fucking Monday problem. I restore whatever the fuck I just, you know... Oh no, it's never stated in the oh, it was Quato. Oh yeah, I did delete Quato. Alright, good, fuck it then. He never stated anything in the show. It's never indicated in the show that he knows. Because at first it was kind of like, you know, like, particularly Season 1, the characters aren't entirely solidified. It does get to really who they are quite quickly, but like the earlier episodes, there's definitely a little bit more of the worst sides of these people as being core elements of their character. See, I mean, I just don't think Dale's... Like, the problem is all of this makes Dale either unforgivably stupid or really malicious. And all of that is also, you know, in a way very cruel to Joseph. You know? Like, my idea maintains everything and keeps the characters intact. And it's also, if you think about it for 5 seconds, something Dale would do. Like, something that convoluted and insane, and his absurd behavior to keep the lie going is absolutely Dale Gribble to a T. Well, part of, like, Dale's conspiracism, and this comes up in one episode where he does change, is most of it, and this goes for conspiracy thinking too, is it's social cognition. People, you know, it's why you can't just show people evidence of what they're thinking is incorrect, because it's not relevant to how they came to the conclusion. You know, you'll see this with, like, you know, every time someone will point out, oh, you just get your idea from mainstream media, and that's not an assessment of the relevance of the facts. You know, it's an assertion of self by creating a negative other that is very, very crude. There's no nuance to this negative other. And that lets you be something because you need, you know, exogenous personality. And something that's, you know, develops a self-identity through a, you know, assertion of self, you know. It's like the no of the soul. It's assertion of self in the face of, you know, some untrusted authority. And I feel like that would definitely come into play with Dale. The idea of his ideas becoming mainstream wouldn't be validation for him. It would be annoying. You know? Like it would bother him in a way that he probably doesn't even really perceive, to have all of his ideas be even close to mainstream. For him to survive as an individual, for his sense of ego and self to exist, it needs to be not mainstream. So if anything, it would push him probably back to being like, the weird statist version of himself in that episode. Thought shortcuts are a slightly different thing. I mean, there's the conspiracy stuff, and you can see, like, because I've had face-to-face conversations with people like this for decades, and none of it's to do with information. It's not relevant. It's why they get angry at you if you finally corral them, in on something that doesn't make sense. Because that's all that happens. They'll just get angry at you. They'll either yell at you and try to attack you, or they'll just get angry and walk away and insist that they don't want to talk about it anymore or something like that. And because it's not a piece of information. It's a threat to self. I mean, there are a lot of really good modern King of the Hill stories. Like, there are just so many. Again, that comes from the really well-defined characters and character voices. It's just very, very easy to, like, transpose these characters into new environments and, imagine how they'd behave. Like, I could absolutely see an episode where maybe not I feel like someone buying a Tesla feels kind of like a Bill thing. Like, he'd get, kind of manipulated into doing it because he, feels like it's something, someone convinces him it's the right thing to do because he's just, for the environment and things. It's good for you. Yeah, it's good. And also him locked in a Tesla is a very Bill story. He really is, yeah. No, Mike Judge is tremendous with character. He's got an eye for people, Although, what was it? That said, Greg Daniels, he's the one with the other creators credit for King of the Hill, and I'd say like a fairly solid chunk of. Like, the reason he got that creator's credit was because he added an awful lot to the foundations of the universe. Like, he made Dale a conspiracy theorist. That was one of his ideas, and I'd say it's probably Greg Daniels' influence that sort of more cemented the positive sides of these characters as being sort of the core of them. I don't know, like, I heard, that it was getting done. I mean, the Beavis and Butthead reboot has been fantastic. There's 2 seasons of that, and fuck, it's good. Like, whoever they got doing writing for it has really kind of, understood the fucking job, like, to such an excellent degree. I mean, there's an episode called Boxed In, which is just Beavis and Butthead get stuck in a box. And that's that's a prototypical Beavis and Butthead story episode idea. Is just, chuck the pair of them in a shitty situation like a fucking box. It's just such a good fucking. Okay. This is something that was written in May 21st. I mean, apparently it's still going. Pamela Adlin, mentioned that Bobby is like 21 and the chef in a fusion restaurant, so... I mean, I'm kind of curious as to how they'll go with it. Giving Dale a voice box as a result of his smoking wouldn't be a bad idea. And a good way around it, but, you know. Missing Hardwick's a bummer. At least Stephen Root's still alive. Celebrate Stephen Root while he's still alive, because he's marvelous. Both as a voice actor and a tremendous character actor. As far as I know, they're aging the characters. It's not a reboot. Which again is more true to the series, and something I really wish they'd kept up with, back when they were originally making it, because the show would have survived better with it, It's one of those shows that did have fairly consistent, growth and alteration to the plot. Luann, getting married, having a kid. People wouldn't have been dumb or assholes for comedy. Like, that's definitely Beavis and Butthead, but even there is a tremendous sophistication to the comedy in Beavis and Butthead. Like, it is a very smart show about dumb people. And that's kind of Mike Judge in a nutshell. But they wouldn't have been dumb exactly. They'd have just been slightly, like the first episode, if you watch the first episode that's got, maybe the second episode, I think, actually, with, the one where Khan moves in. You'll see a lot of, quite early Hank in that. Because he's as sort of like, racially ignorant as the others. And that just does not kind of fit with who Hank is eventually. But like, that would be more where it would be. It would just be a little bit, a little harsh. Harsh in ways it doesn't need to be. But we'll see. Be nice if it were good, but again, only time can tell. So until then, watch my show. Closer to Mr. Anderson, yeah. I'll bash your fucking kids.